This is AP Calculus AB, year 2010, question number 1 for page ones. Here we're given a problem where gives us a little bit of background. It says there's no snow on Janet's driveway when snow begins to fall at midnight. From midnight to 9 a.m., snow accumulates on the driveway at a rate modeled by f of t equals 7 t e to the power of cos t cubic feet per hour, where t is measured in hours since midnight. Janet starts removing snow at 6 a.m., t equals 6. The rate g of t in cubic feet per hour at which Janet removes snow from the driveway at time t hours after midnight is modeled by g of t, and we're given a couple different values here. So for the first problem, it asks, part A, it says, how many cubic feet of snow have accumulated on the driveway by 6 a.m.? So we know that the snow falling on the driveway is represented by f of t. And it's asking for the amount of snow that has accumulated on the driveway at 6 a.m. So here we simply just have to integrate because it's asking for an amount. So we need area. That has to do with area. So for part A, we just simply have to integrate from our f of t from 0 to 6 because that's our interval. And this is a calculator problem, so once you're ready, just grab your calculator, go ahead and plug this in, let the calculator do the work, integrate. Don't forget that our intervals are from 0 to 6 because that is what is asked for on the problem. And the amount of snow that has accumulated on the driveway by 6 a.m. should be 142.274 cubic feet of snow. For part B, it is asking find the rate of change of the volume of snow on the driveway at 8 a.m. So 8 a.m. we need to understand what's been happening at 8 a.m. So the problem asks to find the volume of snow on the driveway at 8 a.m. So in order to do that, we need to figure out how much snow was on the driveway by 8 a.m. In order to figure that out, we are going to plug in 8 into our function f of t, because that represents how much snow fell. Now, we also need to take into consideration that Janet was putting in work. She began to shovel off the snow off the driveway. So in order to figure out how much snow was on the driveway by 8 a.m., we need to take that into consideration. So in order to figure that out, we got to subtract the amount of snow that Janet removed from the driveway at 8 a.m., which would be 108, from the total amount that fell. So here's our little model, f of 8, we need to figure out the total amount of snow, and g of 8, which is the amount that Janet removed. That is going to total, that's going to give us the total amount of snow. So this is a calculator problem. So just simply plug in 8 to the function that represents how much total snow fell. That should give you 48.47032221. Then subtract the amount of snow that Janet removed at g of 8, which given by the model, it is 108. And that, once you subtract that from the total of the amount of snow that fell, you will get your answer, which is negative 59.582. So that is the rate of change of the volume of snow on the driveway at 8 a.m. Okay, for part C, it is asking let h of t represent the total amount of snow in cubic feet that Janet has removed from the driveway at time t hours after midnight. Express h as a piecewise defined function with domain 0 to 9. So basically what it's asking us is to write a piecewise function that represents g of t. So h of t. This is going to become our piecewise function. Now, for the beginning hour, from 0 to 6, Janet wasn't doing anything. She was just letting the snow fall. So that stays as is because nothing was happening. Now, from 6 to 7, that's when she began to take away the snow off the driveway. But we also have to take into accommodation for the time because she wasn't doing anything for those first 6 hours, so we have to subtract that. Now, for the final hours from 7 to 9, once again, we have to accommodate the time. Now, in this case, it's going to be different because we have to add the 125 from the previous function, because that's the amount of snow that was also being removed. So we have to add that in total to 125. We have to add the 125 in total to 108 times t minus 7. So this is going to be our answer for part C. Now for part D, it is asking how many cubic feet of snow are on the driveway at 9 a.m. So for this problem, it is once again asking us for the amount of snow, but it's different from part A because in part A, Janet wasn't doing anything. She wasn't removing snow, so it was just a flat amount of snow. But from all the way to 9 a.m., Janet has started to remove snow, so we have to take that into consideration. So for this part, for part D, we have to take our answer from part A, which is 142 snow, 142.274 cubic feet of snow that fell. Now we have to figure out how much snow fell and how much snow was removed, and then we have to combine it to the total amount that fell. So we have to figure out. We can start out by figuring out what happened between the hours from 6 and 7. So we're going to integrate to figure out the amount of snow that fell in those hours. And we're going to be doing that by plugging in this integral into the model that represents the amount of snow that is falling. But we also have to subtract the amount of snow that Janet removed. So we're going to subtract the amount of snow Janet removed from the total amount of snow that fell on that interval. Now this is a calculator problem. So just go ahead and plug this into your calculator and you will get negative 8.961 cubic feet of snow. That is from 6 to 7. Now we have to do the same from 7 to 9. So once again, your intervals. Figure out the total amount of snow that fell between those intervals. And make sure to subtract, this is 108, because that is the amount of snow that Janet removed during that time period. Once again, plug it in the calculator. We get negative 106.978 cubic feet of snow. Now we have all our factors that we need in order to figure out for part D and to figure out for the total amount of snow on the driveway at 9 a.m. We have taken everything into consideration. From there, just simply add. So the total amount of snow, then the amount of snow after it fell and after Janet removed it, between the hours of 6 and 7 and 7 and 9. From there, just simplify, and the total should be 26.334 amount of snow, cubic feet of snow on the driveway at 9 a.m.